everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie Esther here, and today we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about anniversary sales. We're going to talk about Maurice the horse. We're going to talk about some more status report updates from Dead by Daylight, including that pesky Springtrap animated banner from Discord. And we're going to, speaking of Discord, we're going to talk about a Q&A that the Dead by Daylight devs had on the Five Nights at Freddy's Discord, and a peek behind the curtain to the future of more content for this chapter. But first, I want to remind you of a couple of things. Tonight, I am taking on the night shift, the anchor leg, the fifth night in Five Nights at Freddy's, with this special night shift themed stream that I'm going to have on Twitch, where I'm going to be giving away copies of the base game. So if you're somebody who doesn't own the game at all, you can come over and enter my giveaways to earn the base game. And I'm also going to be giving away copies of the Springtrap Five Nights at Freddy's chapter. The base game are Steam codes, so you have to have a PC to play them. The chapter codes are good for anywhere. Also remember that this is the last weekend that you can earn these Twitch drops, so you can kill two birds with one stone, come over to my stream, earn your Twitch drops through the night, as well as enter those giveaways. These Twitch drops are ending, I believe, Monday morning, so you got to get them this weekend from somebody if you don't have them yet. Okay, first let's touch on the free weekend, free-to-play weekend, as well as the sales. Play Dead by Daylight for free this weekend on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. Now's the best time to head into the fog with up to 60% off the base game and up to 50% off select DLCs on multiple platforms. So there's the platform list on the right and when their individual sales will be happening on their platforms. We should see a jump in players. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to come in and check out this Five Nights at Freddy's content for the weekend. Will we break another record? Not sure, but we already broke the record on launch day at 106,000 players on Steam, which is the highest player count we've ever hit. Can we go higher? I don't know. First, I want to celebrate the return of Maurice the horse. He has come back to Father Campbell's chapel map here, and Dead by Daylight put out this adorable tweet for his return. Check it out. Maurice has been gone for about 6 weeks. He went to a crossover with the game Assassin's Creed Shadows. He had an adventure in Japan along with the Oni and the Spirit. They shared those characters with the Assassin's Creed Shadows game, and he was a noble steed in Japan. Look at Maurice. Look at how beautiful he looks. Look, this stable had 2 Maurices. What the heck? So we also got to see a softer, gentler side of the Oni here, cuddling with animals. He always seems so angry. Maybe this was just the therapy that he needed to get through, you know? Just embracing the animals. I didn't know. I should always lead the Oni and the Spirit to the Tanuki on the Yamaoka estate map to try and quell their anger, you know? So that's where Maurice has been. People are like, what is Maurice? That's the name of the horse on the next to the clown's caravan, the clown's horse. He wasn't here for his birthday when the clown and Maurice joined the game. He was missing for his birthday. So glad to have him back. This was a cute little post that they put up for Maurice. Yay, Maurice is back. Next, Dead by Daylight gave us yet another status report on things they know are wrong in the game and timetables for them to get fixed. I absolutely love this transparent approach that they're taking, acknowledging bugs in the game and telling us where we're at on them so that we know they know about them and the proposed timetable to fix them rather than radio silence. More of this, please, Dead by Daylight. More of this. This is excellent work here. I want to see more of that. As we head into the weekend, we wanted to address some updates along with the most frequently reported issues. Details below. Discord quest banner. Okay, this is a big one. I've tried to get all of you through the process to land this, but some people just cannot get this quest to populate. So this is, you know, they've taken the wrong foot for this first experimental release. And I hope they can learn from it. And if they decide to do this in the future, that they can iron out the wrinkles, because this is very frustrating and problematic for all players, myself included, because I spent like over an hour trying to get this to work on Epic. So I understand the frustrations that many of you are feeling. Thankfully, they have a solution. The Discord quest banner. Thank you to everyone who's participated in our Discord quest experiment so far. We've unfortunately received reports of some players struggling to get the quest to work with their Discord account, and we wanted to let you know that the Springtrap banner will be redeemable by all players a month after the quest ends. So the quest ends June 24th, and then they were giving people until July 24th to redeem the codes if they completed the quest. So it sounds like July 24th, they're going to have a way for everybody to redeem this, which is very welcome, because a slew of people tell me in my comments they couldn't get the quest to appear, and Switch players were shut out from this entirely, this whole process. So I'm glad that they have a solution going forward. So we just need to be patient. Everybody is going to be able to get it in a month if you don't have it already, right? The AFK Crows. We received reports from players that AFK Crow points accrued too quickly, leading to AFK Crows appearing over the course of normal gameplay. We'll be making some adjustments in Hotfix 1 to address players' concerns. So that's the first patch, which may be as early as next week, not sure. But I've heard some people say they were getting crows in chase, which sounded wild. Known issues. Springtrap's speed is inconsistent without his axe. This is going to be fixed in Hotfix 1. The survivor camera is locked in place after a security room grab. This is also fixed in Hotfix 1. Up the Ante is showing the wrong percentage of luck granted. This is a visual bug only, and it works as intended in game. And the Be Chased quest. Yeah, I've had 2 or 3 people mention this to me now. The Bee Quest chase is stuck at 60 seconds for some players, and the fix is planned for a future hotfix, so not in the first patch, but in a future patch. Springtrap's head turns in the wrong direction under investigation. Springtrap's devious score presents inaccuracies under investigation, and stat discrepancies in the stat tracker, also under investigation. More, we have audio issues occurring in the trial. Oh yeah, this is, if you touch a door, you can mess up your audio. Just don't touch the door until the hotfix comes in, really. Fix deployed yesterday on Steam. Fixed in Hotfix 1 on other platforms. Crossplay is not affected. I play on Epic, so I'm still not touching the doors. It's a Gen Rush life, baby. I don't care about those doors. I'm gonna do generators. Springtrap becomes invisible when going through doors. Yes. Yes, I have seen or not seen this happen. Just a floating knife. This will be fixed in Hotfix 1 too. The Auto Blood Web feature grants the wrong perk tier. This fix was deployed yesterday. Okay, next we're going to talk about the Dead by Daylight Q&A with behavior that took place on the official, I guess it's official, I don't know, the Five Nights at Freddy's Discord here. And nobody recorded this. I heard it was running like while I was streaming, and I thought I would have an opportunity to just go back and listen to the discussion, but apparently it wasn't recorded by anyone as far as I can tell. So I have to go by secondhand accounts, which I don't like to do because I like to hear it from the devs themselves and have my own interpretation of it, because sometimes other people have interpretations that may not be entirely accurate, especially if it's 2 times removed, 3 times removed, etc. But this is what we got. So this is Matthew Cote here, the head of partnerships. This is Rose. She's in charge of the cosmetics direction. She always talks about cosmetics that we have coming to the game. This person, Sklar Light, is, I believe, the head of that Five Nights at Freddy's Discord. He was hosting this stage for the Q&A. This is Jay Guzzo. He's the game designer. He's walked us through some of the killer designs on live streams before. This is Eric Pope, our community manager, and Mandy is also a community manager here, Mandy Talk. So I'm going to walk you through some of the highlights that I've seen on Twitter of things that were asked and answered Okay, so since there was no recording of this Q&A session that I can find, I talked to the Discord owner, and he said that he tried to record it and it got gunked up. So I don't think it's archived anywhere that I can see. So I'm going to go by the first-hand account of somebody who was there and asked questions and had their questions answered. Squiddy Man was there, Fnaf for Dead by Daylight. So I'm going to go through some of the highlights of what Squiddy Man says were asked and answered there for you. So just going through, Squiddy Man asked, will we see Springtrap in a future 2v8 iteration? I asked, not sure if it will be seen, and then they did indeed answer the question, where Matthew Cote said, that is a good question. The hard challenge about that is gameplay. So kind of a non-answer, but you know, it's nice to see that these questions are being asked and sort of answered. And then we had this other one where, could you ask if they're ever going to add the yellow rabbit's head as a toggle? I like that skin, but I'd really prefer if you could cover his face. So I've seen a lot of people say this, that they wish that the Matthew Lillard yellow rabbit skin could have the mask. And they said here, Rose from the cosmetics team said, the team wants to do it, but the current limitations with their cosmetic system prevent it because it's a linked skin, so you can't change the mask. It's possible in the future, knowing how much interest there is, that they could make like an exception to the linked skin for this one, that you could put only a mask that would be designed to fit with this yellow rabbit in the future. This is funny. Are you saying Matthew Lillard's ugly? Because they said, I would prefer it if you could cover his face. All right. Next, we had charms are not currently planned for Five Nights at Freddy's, but thanks to the success of Fnaf, it's on the table. Potential exotic Butters charm. All right. Five Nights at Freddy's Discord is hosting a Q&A with the behavior staff, and Eric Pope said that his favorite Springtrap skin is one you haven't seen. So that got people thinking, oh my gosh, we're really getting more content for this. And then this person said, why are you lying? Because they thought that they were like making this up. And like, if you don't believe me, just pull up the Discord call. It's on right now. I think they backpedaled and apologized afterwards. But yeah, so this was like the first confirmation that we had that there were more cosmetics coming. It made sense to me. I always thought that there probably would be. They just don't want to break everybody's wallet out, you know, out of the gate. So they picked a few cosmetics to release now. Some will be coming probably in a few months, right? And then they were asked specifically if it was a blighted skin, like Eric's favorite was a blighted skin. And Rose confirmed that another Springtrap skin is coming, but also took note that the Hollowed Blight is their October release. So I don't know what that means. So they kind of danced around if he's getting a blighted skin in October by saying they release Hollowed Blight skins in October. Kind of implies that there might be a Springtrap skin coming sooner. So maybe they're going to have both. Maybe they're going to have Eric's favorite, which my friend Das believes could be the Burntrap skin. And then we might get a blighted skin in October as well. Whatever it is, more cosmetics are coming. And when they were asked, hey, where's Foxy? How come Foxy isn't on the Fazbear's pizza map? Rose made sure to let us know that the dev team did not forget about Foxy, which in my mind, since she's in charge of the cosmetics, cements the idea that at some point in the future, we are going to get a Foxy skin for the killer. Perhaps it'll be a legendary for the Blight. That seems to make the most sense as the speedy killer running around the map, right? And I think that in Scott's mind, he wouldn't want to have the potential to have a Foxy animatronic on the map as well as a Foxy killer running around at the same time. So that's why Foxy is absent from Pirates Cove. But, you know, I would bet very heavily that a Foxy skin is coming in some way, shape, or form in the future. And then finally, the other interesting question I thought that was reviewed here from the Q&A was Five Nights at Freddy's survivors were asked about to a few different answers. Matthew said it's possible. And Rose said, how much are you willing to sacrifice? Whatever that means. And then Eric Pope said, what does your heart tell you? So I don't know. Could we get like a legendary for Dwight? Is Mike Schmidt? I don't know. Pretty cool to think about though. So that's your roundup of what happened on the Q&A. I guess it was about an hour and a half long, and there were some technical issues along the way, but those seem to be the highlights of what was asked and answered on that stream. And what do you think? What skins are out there that you would like to see for Springtrap? Would you like to see a Mike Schmidt Survivor? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I appreciate the time you spend here with me on my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel a ton. And don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.